We ready? Ready. Yes, we ready. There we go. Hello, everybody. Thou shalt go with the flow. Okay, a quick recap of what we learned last night. We looked at Romans chapter 8, 14 through 17, and we talked about how we are created to be crowned. Each and every one of you bears the image of God. You've got God's fingerprints all over you. But our lives don't just end there, but we're invited to take a next step, a deeper step, to live into relationship with God. And so last night, you hopefully accepted that invitation either for the very first time, or rededicated your lives, or celebrated that you and Jesus are vibing, or you're like staying open to whatever God has to say this week, okay? Our main passage is the Romans 8, 16 through 17. I want you to turn to your neighbor. It's going to be on the screen, and I want you to read it to your neighbor as fast as you can. Ready, set, go. Good job. We sound like a caffeinated bunch tonight, okay? Let's also start with our royal creed, shall we? Repeat after me. I am made in God's image. I am invited into God's family. And I am crowned. Now, a few of you asked about my shirt. It says, don't eat yellow paint. It's an artsy reference. We're going to get a little artsy tonight. And I figured that would be helpful because today at the Color War, I got blasted in the face with some color. It was blue, not yellow. But I definitely tasted it, and it was like really, really gross and disgusting. And so, I know. We tonight are going to get a little artsy. So actually, let's take a deep breath in and out. So when I do that, that means I love what you guys are saying, but we're going to reconnect with where we're going in the lesson, okay? So that's no shame or anything. We're just kind of like regrouping. So if I do that, we'll breathe in, we'll breathe out, and we'll do it. I need 2 adult leaders that are willing to come up here and hold these poster boards for me because we're going to play a little game. You want to come up? Yeah? Tyler, come on, come on. All right, so you guys are going to hold these. You have to be strong because they're kind of heavy, but just here in the middle. Okay, I need someone from the red team who's artsy. Who's artsy? Max, are you artsy? Come on up. Okay, I need someone from the blue team who's artsy. Yes, okay. Someone from the purple team that's artsy. Go ahead, come up. There's a gray team. That's the Dolphins, right? Gray team. Come on up. Yep. Green team, where's my green team? You were up already. You want to come up? Okay. And then there's an orange team. You want to come up? Okay. All right. Awesome. So I only got one dude. That's okay. You're going to rock it. Okay. What I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have one person at each one of these. So Max, you want to start? All right. Take one of these. You want to start at the other one here? All right, step on up. This game is called 10-second things. And so I'm going to tell you to draw a thing, and you will have 10 seconds to draw it. So if you guys can hold it up nice and tall, that way everyone can see. And it's going to be how you guys are cheering who did the better job drawing, and that team can get some points. Yes? All right, get some points for this. All right, your item. And when I say the item, sound booth, just go ahead and hit the 10-second timer, and that's all they got. And you guys got to stop. Ready? Your item you're going to draw is the Statue of Liberty. Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, stop. Oh, yes, there's a lot of pressure. All right, how many of you, all right, everybody look, compare, contrast. How many of you like this Statue of Liberty? Let's hear ya. Okay. How many of you like this Statue of Liberty? What team are you on? Green team gets some points. All right. Pass your marker. Come on up. Yeah, you can flip it off. Okay. The next item you are going to create, because this is an artsy sermon tonight, so we have to start with an artsy game. is a cheeseburger and fries. Ready, set, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. All right, let everyone see your art. You see the art. How many of you would eat this burger and fries right here? How many of you would eat this burger and fries? You like it? I think it was you. Good job. Yeah. Wait, what team are you on? Purple. Purple, let's go. Okay, last but not least, our ladies here. I want you to draw a dinosaur. Ready, set, go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Is yours like hairy? Oh, it's fire. It's a fire soar. Okay, how many of you like this dinosaur? How many like this dinosaur? I think it was this one. What color are you? Green. Gray, not green. Gray. Sorry. Way to go. Give it up for our people here. Thank you. You just want to take them away. Thank you, guys. Awesome. Yes. Okay. That was a game called 10-Second Things. All you need is a timer and things. It's a fun game. Because we're getting a little artsy tonight. We are going to be talking here at the beginning about a guy named Vincent van Gogh. Do you know Vincent van Gogh? Okay. He's where I'm getting this shirt from, okay? He was one of the most influential artists in Western civilization. Some of his art includes The Potato Eaters, which affirms the dignity in every single person, even a lowly farmer. And then another one of his works is The Starry Night. This was a self-therapy painting that he did in his room in a mental asylum. Very interesting. He also thought that eating yellow paint was a good idea. What? Because he thought yellow paint is happy and bright. Yellow paint, let's take a deep breath in. That was really fun. And out. Yellow paint was bright. And so he's like, you know what? It makes me feel happy. It looks happy. So maybe if I ate it, it would make me feel happy inside. Now, as far as we know, he never actually consumed or ate yellow paint, but the idea still stands, how we try to fill our lives with things that make us happy. We try to fill our lives with things that try to satisfy us. For instance, some of these things are good, like relationships, for instance. We are created to be in relationship with people and to have friends and all that stuff, but when friendship or relationship, like your boo thing or something, when that becomes your whole world, like the only reason you came to camp is to find your camp crush, okay? When it becomes too much, it kind of becomes yellow paint. It's not good for you to completely consume. Or sports. Maybe you love to move your body and compete, but when that becomes your sole focus of identity and the only reason to get out of bed in the morning, that kind of becomes yellow paint. It's a little toxic. Or acceptance. It's great that people like you. We all want to be liked. But when that just informs everything you say and do and think and wear and the jokes that you make, and that kind of starts becoming yellow paint. You think consuming these things will fill and make us happy, when in reality, it's just kind of toxic. At the end of the day, these things aren't enough to fill our identity, our sense of belonging, and our purpose in this world. It's like, I got a box here with some goodies tonight. It's like a busted up crown. It's not like the real deal. It's just kind of busted up. It's a nice substitute, okay? But it's not going to fulfill. And so we're going to look at someone in Scripture who metaphorically, which means he really didn't do this, but kind of metaphorically, he metaphorically ate yellow paint, and he was searching for something to fill him or to crown him and to make him feel like he was enough. We're going to be looking in the book of Luke. Pop quiz. Who do you think wrote the book of Luke? Oh, you guys are so smart. Luke also wrote the book of Acts, which is pretty fun. He probably wrote it between 60 and 85 AD, and he was writing to a Gentile or non-Jewish audience outside of Israel. And Luke was giving a very carefully investigated account of who Jesus is to his BFF Theophilus and to the readers. And so we're going to read a little bit about that. So Jesus, in this passage though, he's addressing the Pharisees and the scribes and the religious leaders, and they were having conversations because they were so critical, like, Jesus, you're hanging out with sinners? That's so ill. And Jesus is like, all right, let me tell you a story or a parable and explain to you why this isn't so ill, but why this is actually holy and good, okay? And we are going to read this story with acting because tonight's an artsy night. And so what I need for no points, just for theatrics, is I need 6 people willing to do some acting on stage. You were already up, I'm sorry. Okay, come on up. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. While I give them instructions, I want you to turn to your neighbor for 1 minute and share your favorite part of camp so far. Turn to your neighbor. Okay, guys, come here. Hey, guys. Come. Okay, so I have different roles. Who wants to be the pig? Okay, you're a pig. Hey, no. You're going to put that on. You're going to go over there, and you're just going to snort, okay? Yeah, you're going to snort. Okay, so go that way. I need 2 sons. One's the rebel son, and one's... Yes, Mm-hmm. Okay, yes. Okay, so the good son, you're going to be the good son. You're going to stand over here and just be super... Yeah, you're going to... Hold on. You're going to be over here. Your arms are going to be crossed. You're going to be super spicy the whole time. Just look with detest. Okay? I need a father. Will you be the father? Okay, I need you to just love your son. When your son messes up, you're going to throw your arms around him. You don't have to kiss him or anything, but just throw your arms around. Okay, so yeah. Okay, you want to be the rebel son? Okay, so you're going to eventually go to the pig pens and hang out with the pig. Yeah, you're going to do that. And then you 2 are going to be 2 servants. So when the father's bring out the robe, bring out the sandals, I'll give you the supplies and you just bring them out like a servant. Okay? No. You can just kind of bow. You can kind of bow. Okay. Here are some supplies we're going to use. The sandals, the robe, the ring. Okay. This is Rebel Life. Okay. Are you ready, my actors and actresses? Okay, make your way over there. Okay, this is Luke 15, 11 through 24. There's going to be, some of you have speaking lines, so I'll give you a little and then you can read off the slide. Okay, ready? So Jesus is telling a story. I'm going to be Jesus, okay? There was a man, father, come on up here. Wait, who's the father? Oh, yeah. Okay, father, come on up here. I just signed. Okay. All right. Here's the father. There was a man who had 2 sons. Point at your sons. There's one of your sons. There's one of your sons. Okay? The younger one, come on up, said to his father, read that part there. The black part.
Father, give him my share of the estate now.
Yes. So he divided his property between them. All right, pause. Basically, what he was saying, he's like, Dad, I want you dead. I want your money right now. Did that make the dad happy or sad? Aw, but what do you do, Dad? Do you give it to him? Yeah. Aw. Oh, man. Son, come here. Come here. Put these on. Not long after that, the son got together all he had. He put on his cool glasses and set off for a distant country and squandered his wealth in wild living. Let me see you get wild. Roar. Okay, so he's getting wild and living. He's partying. He's hanging out on TikTok, all this stuff. And after he spent everything, there was severe famine in the whole I told him to do that. That's okay. In the whole country. And he began to be in need. Take off your glasses. You're broke. Be hungry, son. You're hungry. You're hungry. So he went and hired himself out to a citizen of that country who sent him to the fields with the pigs. He longed to fill his stomach with the pods that the pigs were eating, but no one gave him any. All right, pause. Oinks included. This guy was filling his life with yellow paint and partying and thinking that that would fill him, crowning himself with nothing that would really satisfy. He had wild living, and he ended up feeling empty. He ended up feeling broken. Maybe he kind of felt like an orphan, all alone with a bunch of pigs. All right, we are going to cease oinking because there's a change in the story coming. When he came to his senses, son, come to your senses. This is what you say here in the black. It's a lot. You can read up there. There's like a confidence screen. You can't? You can turn around. You're good. Not yet. All right, so he's thinking, he's like, I'm gonna go back and talk to my dad. I want you to turn to your neighbor while we set up the rest of the scene. Turn to your neighbor. What do you think the son was feeling in this moment? What was he feeling? Turn to your neighbor. Okay. Hey, Oinky, come here. I'm gonna have you stop oinking, okay? Okay, yep. Yep, you can go back to your seat too. So you're gonna be over there a long way off, and you're gonna slowly come to your dad, okay? When he starts coming, I want you to run to him and throw your arms around him and just be like, I'm so happy. Yeah. No. But like, just love him, right? Just love him. And this is the ring, the sandals, and the robe. Okay? Yes. Yeah. Okay. So he was feeling pretty bummed out, but he's like, I'm literally going to starve. I wonder if my dad will take me back. And so while the son was still a long way off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion for him. He ran to his son, threw his arms around him, and gave him a high five. And the son said to him, what did he say? But the father said to his servants, so they began to celebrate. Woohoo, woohoo. Oh, the father sees his son, and he is just overwhelmed with compassion and love. And in that culture, old men do not run, okay? And so he was running because of his great love. He was a little undignified, but he just did it because he loved. He ordered the best robe and ring and sandals and feasts and celebrated. The son that was lost is now found. Can we give him a 1, 2, 3 clap? 1, 2, 3. Good job. All right, go ahead and take a seat. Take a seat. Give it up for the acting crew. Thank you. All right. Go ahead and turn to your neighbor. How do you think the son was feeling after he was embraced by his dad? Can I have my hair tie back? Oh, thank you. It was the ring. The ring. How did the son feel in this moment? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay, we'll talk about it. So I think what he was feeling was this sense of home. He was lost. He probably felt so alone and almost like an orphan, not really having family, just a bunch of squeaky little pigs, am I right? And so now he's being embraced by his father, and he's getting the best robe and the ring and the sandals and all these things. He has acceptance and restoration, and the love of the father was enough to fill the void of his son. He was crowned with relationship and love from his father. The son went from being like an orphan to an heir. And it wasn't until the son returned to his father did he find true love and acceptance. Now, we didn't talk much in the story about the older brother that was standing over here. The older brother had the arms crossed and was really upset. And if you read the story, and this can be a whole nother sermon, the older brother was super spicy about this because the older brother's like, I've done everything right. I've gotten straight A's. I do the extracurriculars at school. I even, take the dog on a walk. And you're saying, like, my younger brother, who is, like, ruined everything, he gets a party? And the dad comes up to him and is like, son, your brother was lost, and now he's found. No need to be jealous, but instead, let's rejoice. And so the religious leaders would have heard this, and they would have had to rethink their understanding of love and acceptance and grace and mercy. If you've never heard this story before, this was a little bit of a wild rendition, if I may say so. So we're going to watch a quick, 1 minute recap from the Bible Project to kind of to fill in the blanks of what we missed. All right, let's turn our attention to the screen. We too in our lives have eaten the metaphorical yellow paint, or we've crowned ourselves with things that are really not designed to fill our lives. Many of us seek fulfillment in our achievements and relationships and material things. There are so many scenarios where we're like the son who've just wasted our lives on things that don't matter, on yellow paint or crowns that the world promises it's going to satisfy. Just wear this makeup and you will be beautiful. Just wear this brand of clothing and people will like you. Just take those honors classes and people will finally take you seriously. Just be more outgoing and you'll have more friends. Just download this app and you'll finally be cool and in the know. Just date this person so that you're not alone. If we do these things, we think it's going to make us feel like we're enough and worthy and not alone. But you know as well as I do, those things don't satisfy. None of these things can truly satisfy the deepest longing in our hearts. It's Jesus. And I know that's the classic Sunday school answer, but it's true. His sacrifice on the cross gives us abundant life. Created things can never satisfy like our Creator can. In fact, Jesus came to this world to bring life and life to the full. John 10:10 says this, I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. The fullness of life that we desire is found in Jesus. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to knock off for life. Like, I want the real deal. I love watching videos of people trying to be like, this is like dupe videos of like, these aren't real like Nike shoes. These are the real ones, or this is like a real Labubu and these are the fake ones. Yeah, I know what Labubus are. I'm on the internet. But I have this video of someone from TikTok. Watch.
Real Nike swoosh, fake Nike swoosh. The real back and the fake back. The stitching is different. The real Nike tongue and the fake Nike tongue. Would you wear these fake Nike tongues?
You're just like, I'm on a budget. I'll wear whatever. But you guys, I don't want fake Nike Dunks. I don't want yellow paint. I don't want a cheapo crown. Like, I want the real deal. I want Jesus. Jesus is the one that satisfies. The real deal, real life is found in a relationship with Jesus when we are crowned as sons and daughters of God. I don't want to waste my time and energy like the son in the story that's just chasing things that don't satisfy. I want to be fully satisfied in the one that can truly fill me, and that's Jesus. See, the Son is invited back into relationship with the Father, which is symbolic of our relationship with God. That when we turn and we say, God, I don't really know all the right answers. I don't know what's going to happen, but I need you. God is like running and like yeeting himself at us and like, I love you, and just embraces us and loves us with a love that is so fierce and powerful that where else do we turn to? Jesus has the words of eternal life, and I hope that you've believed and have come to know that he's the Holy One. And so we worship him, we serve him, we are in relationship with him. We go from being an orphan to an heir, from cowering in the corner of a pig pen to being crowned. And you, my dear friends, you are extended the same invitation to be in relationship with Jesus, to be crowned. You can accept that invitation. My main point is this, if you're taking notes. It's similar to last night, but different. You are invited to be crowned. You are invited to be in relationship with Jesus. You are invited to be adopted into God's family, not because of anything you've done, but because of what Christ has done through you. Jesus stands with open arms and inviting us into the family. And we get to accept that invitation, and it changes everything. A life living crowned means we don't strive for God's love or approval. We already have it. We don't have to fear because God is with us. We don't have to live in guilt because Jesus forgives and gives us grace. We don't have to earn salvation. Our faith is what saves us, not our works. We don't have to live in shame because God empowers us. We don't have to wonder who we are because God calls us God's own. We don't have to live in isolation, but God calls us to community with God and with one another. And we don't have to live without a purpose. God compels us to live differently in this world. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. And so as the band comes up, some of you have noticed that under your chairs are these black rags. You can go ahead and grab that now. You've been so patient. Thank you for not messing with those. There may be some in seats next to you. If you don't have one, I think the back 2 rows might not have had some, so go ahead. Thank you. So I have 3 up here. I want you to just like fiddle with it in your hands. You cannot eat it. Thank you for asking. So You've got this in your hand, and I want you to think about, I would have loved to give you each a little thing of yellow paint, but I would have been really scared someone would have eaten it. So we're just gonna do fabric as it's, cost effective too. So you're hanging on to this, and you're thinking the rags like the orphan Annie would wear, which I was in that musical back in the day, super fun. But the orphan Annie in the musical is wearing tattered clothes and rags, and I can imagine the son. When he ran off and he spent all his money, he was probably in tattered clothes and just oh, my life. And so as you hold this, I want you to think about the things that you've tried to fill your life with that just hasn't worked out. That relationship that was supposed to fulfill you ended up in heartbreak. The class that you thought was supposed to get you into the better class next year really didn't, and you're not where you're supposed to be academically, and you're really upset about that. Or you tried all school year to get on the team, and tryouts are coming up, and you're just not sure if that's really going to fill and satisfy. Maybe you have something like that you're trying to satisfy your life with. And so you have those in your hands, and I want you to exchange it for some crowns. I've got some different styles because we're all unique. Some different crowns, not yet though. No, oops. I got some crowns here at the altar. And these crowns are symbolic of the fact that Jesus has extended an invitation to each and every one of you. Thank you so much. I'm getting a quad workout over here. I want you to hand over your rags, hand over the things that don't satisfy, and instead choose a crown, because each and every one of you are invited. And so we're going to close every service like this. Here's what I hope that you heard. I hope that you heard you are invited to be crowned. It's as simple as that. You are invited to be in relationship with God, and you're so deserving of God just wrapping God's arms around you and you being so fully loved right where you're at right now. And what I want us to do is quietly, and without being like a mob of humans, just take your time. You're going to take your rag and you're going to put it on the altar. And this is a symbol of releasing the things that don't fill us, created things that are never going to satisfy. And you're going to pick up a crown saying, yes, Jesus, you're the one that really satisfies my heart. I desire a relationship with you, or at the very least, I desire to learn more about you this week. And you can pick up a crown, you can fit it on your head quietly, and we're going to sing and respond. Does that sound like a plan? All right, let's open our hands like we do in benedictions. You can put your cloth in your hand. Okay, let's pray. God, we release to you the things that bind us in order to embrace the things that can truly fill us. God, we don't want yellow paint. We don't want fake Nike Dunks. We don't want tattered, janky crowns. We want the real deal. We want a relationship with you. And we can picture you running to us with open arms, with a robe and a ring and shoes and a fatted calf and a party, because you're that in love with us. And so, God, as we take our rags and we place them on the altar, we release the things that are trying to fill our lives. We take a crown and we place it on our head as a symbol of saying yes to you, or at least yes to trying to get to know you this week. God, we love you. As we respond and worship, would you warm our hearts to your truth that you love us and the invitation has been sent. Amen. You can quietly make your way up, leave your rag, and grab a crown.